being able to write the best song you can and be able to play it in front of the most people you can, to me, is what I want to do, you know?
I mean, I feel like just growing up on the farm, life teaches you a lot.
We've been playing together for a lot longer than we've had the aspiration to do this professionally.
But we just didn't think that people like us did stuff like that.
Don't change who you are to be what you think somebody wants you to be. There's something about the people and the farmers and the people that work in this industry that I feel like is just different.
Hey y'all, it's Pat. Welcome back to another episode of Like a Farmer. Before I introduce my guest today, probably the most beautiful guest I've had on the show today, but before we get there, as always, remember, whatever you're listening to me to on Apple Music, Spotify, Google, Chrome, whatever else is out there, review, like, comment, do whatever you gotta do. YouTube, Instagram, just keep it going. I appreciate everybody that's been watching us, keeping us up to date, and we love y'all. With that being said, the Castellows.
Nope.
The Castellows. y'all on the show today. We're in Fort Lauderdale Beach, and I'm super excited to have y'all here. Y'all come from the great state of Georgia.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, how pumped are you to here to be in Florida?
We're
Very
so
pumped.
stoked. I mean, this is our first festival we've ever played.
Yeah,
so.
you got Tortuga today, first festival. I mean, we're outside, we're on the beach. I mean, it's a beautiful day.
Gorgeous.
We've had some conversations prior to turning the cameras on against Florida versus Georgia, and I think I'm winning now.
No, I don't think you are. I think we are actually winning the rivalry at the moment.
And it's actually 3-1 at the moment on the couch.
That's true. That's true. They're not lying. So, like, y'all start on the farm in Georgia, and you start singing in church. You start making TikToks. 2024 CMT Women of the Year now, right?
We got nominated for an
Got
award.
nominated for the award.
Sunday.
I'm super stoked about that. Like, how does that feel? Like, tell me from the beginning. Like, you start on the farm, you move to Nashville, you're nominated for this award. Like, how do y'all all feel right now?
So the award that we're nominated for is like a digital first performance video that we did. And CMT had us do that song and go into their studio before we even had our first song out. And so the fact that, like, we just went in there and did that and then got nominated, I mean, none of us would have ever expected
It's been a wild, year, because we at this time, probably November was when we started posting. So we're on, a little over our year journey of, our music career. And I feel like it's just kind of, surreal.
No
really,
doubt.
wouldn't you say?
No doubt. Yeah, I mean, how did that start out? It started out on the farm when you were in the deer stand with Slade deer hunting. He pretty much just asked Ellie to, hey, y'all know y'all sing. I think people would maybe if y'all posted on TikTok. He's like, I'd watch that. And so from that point, which was about November, December
of 2022.
Yeah.
till now, that's been about a year. Yeah, it's been awesome.
It's been a little over a year, yeah.
That's awesome. And, let's go back a little bit. So you grew up on the cattle farm in Georgia. How was that?
Amazing. It was.
We were homeschooled, so we didn't just grow up we spent every waking moment on the farm in Georgia. You know, we didn't. Not that we were sheltered and didn't get out much, but we really didn't get out.
We probably were sheltered, which is not a bad thing. I feel like people are like, oh, that's a terrible thing, but it's definitely not a bad thing. I mean, I feel like it shaped us into who we are, and we loved it. I mean, and we learned how to life skills. I mean,
Powell can drive literally anything you put her in front of.
I mean, but all of us
So you're talking about, if a just John Deere tractor rolls up,
if it's got a
hops
clutch,
out,
Powell's it.
So when you started driving, did you learn on a stick shift?
I don't think I learned to drive on a stick shift, but I could definitely drive a tractor before I could drive a car. So I feel like they're
I love that.
Not much different.
And that's so awesome, that you say that. And look, that's why we started this Like a Farmer show 12 months ago, and you've got two objectives, and it's to celebrate the farmer but also educate the people on who grows the food, where the food comes from. And I feel like y'all growing up on the farm, and not just growing up but working the farm as well, that led to a lot of success today, right?
I mean, absolutely. I think those things teach you work ethic, and then also being homeschooled. Because some people are homeschooled and then they go to school in middle school or high school or have different journeys, but we were homeschooled all the way through. So we just had a ton of free time to spend with our family, spend time on the farm, and then also play music. If we weren't homeschooled, then we wouldn't have been able to play music. Is the big thing, because that was like, music was our extracurricular activity, not doing sports and stuff.
What did y'all enjoy most about being on the farm?
It's really different for each one of us.
Yeah, I think so. We all love like where we come from and like where we grew up and like what we did on the farm. I wanted a career out of it, so like I went to school for ag, and but I think like it means, Lily and Ellie, what would you say like it means?
Like probably like my favorite. Well, my favorite part of growing up on the farm was like just being outside. Like we all just loved being outside and like working with our hands. But we had horses growing up, and probably horses were like my favorite thing, and I still miss going out and riding my horse. Yeah, I mean, like I would literally get done with school at like 12 o'clock, and Mom would be like, "Where's Lily?" And it's like she's, out on her horse, and she would always fuss at me. But
I don't know. I think for me, it would definitely be all of our family lives right next to us too. So just like the constant access to family, and like we'd always be working. Like if we were home last week and we were building a fence with everyone in our family, like that type of family environment, I just feel like is very rare, because most families kind of spread out after a while, but ours has continued to live in the same spot for a pretty long time.
So like we're one of 5, and our dad is also one of 5, and 4 out of his 5 siblings live on like within 2 miles of each other on our family farm. So we have like a little compound going on.
Yeah. That's what I love about, and I feel like that's a lot of family farm operations these days. I mean, the farm keeps the family together, which to me is just so cool. How was it being homeschooled? Like, how was the teacher?
She was great.
Yeah.
Our mom was great.
10 out of 10.
She's a ER nurse, so she's like no nonsense. I mean, it was kind of funny to me when people started asking us about us being homeschooled. Like, they thought that our mom was a teacher. I'm like, she has no like teacher background whatsoever. I mean, she
taught us how to read.
Yeah, she taught us how to read, and then pretty much was like, I mean, I feel like just growing up on the farm and like growing up around each other, like life teaches you a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
And like it's not like
not that we didn't do school.
Not that we're not
definitely
smart.
did
like
school.
Ellie's the smartest person I know.
Same.
But like
look at that.
Just being like, life just teaches you so much, especially growing up how we did.
And I mean, at the end of the day, you go from being homeschooled to going to UGA.
Right.
I mean, it's like top 10 school in the country, right?
Yeah.
Maybe top 100.
Yeah.
We dual enrolled a lot in high school, so that
we
kind
all
of
dual enrolled at ABAC.
Yeah, okay.
No,
there you go. Shout out ABAC.
Yeah.
We dual enrolled at ABAC. We started dual enrolling when we were really, really young. We were like 14. And so that kind of, I mean, by the time we went to college, we dual enrolled for so many years. We were like, all right, let's just go do this. So that's why Powell and I were able to graduate so early.
Hey, you're done in 2 years.
Yeah, we were done in 2 years.
That's like Elon Musk over here. I mean, that's crazy.
I don't know about
and that. Powell and I are not academics.
Okay, so Ellie and I are part of triplets with a boy.
Okay.
And so my mom was basically like, how can I send my 3 triplet kids to college as cheaply as possible? So she was like, do as much free dual enrollment as you can. And then we didn't have to live in the dorms. UGA requires you to live in the dorms. So we didn't have to do that, cut that cost out. So she was like...
We graduated high school early.
We
transferred in
Gotcha.
sophomore.
Yeah,
and y'all are 2 of triplets.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And other one's a boy, correct?
Yes.
Any singing going on there? Or?
No.
He has a great voice. He just doesn't sing with us.
He's actually still in school. He graduates in May.
He just got into law school. So
Oh,
he wants to
wow.
go to law school.
And Lily is...
17 months younger.
Okay.
And then we have another little brother, little Dixon, who's 17.
Shout out Dixon. Love
Shout
that.
out little Dixon.
He's running that farm.
He is running that farm
yeah.
right now as we speak.
Him and I are probably the ones that like...
Y'all did the most.
Yeah.
Y'all are the hardest workers on it for sure.
So how did it feel? Because, Powell, even talking to you the last couple of months, like, you're passionate about working on the farm. I mean, it's something that's been ingrained in you, and you just happen to have, like, a really good voice. So you're trying to, obviously, monetize that and have a career out of it. But, like, how does it feel knowing that you're doing this, but, like, you really want to be back on the farm, working the farm?
I'm not going to lie. Like, I have, like, struggled with it a little bit because, like, being on the farm, like, the ag community, like, that's what makes me tick. Like, that, like, gives me passion and whatever.
Well, and then one thing we talked about, too, is, like, because she's so passionate and, like, we have conversations all the time about just the ag industry and, like, what it means. And I think the cool thing about doing music is, like, because we were kind of talking about that the other day, this platform gives us way more opportunity to be able to advocate for things in the ag community than like
totally
living on a farm
Yeah.
ever would.
Yeah.
Which is so cool.
Well, and that's what I like. That's also kind of what makes this, I guess, pulling. I want to be able to like pull my passion for ag and farming and the cattle industry into like what we're doing, and which is great.
Doing stuff like this.
You know, great sisters that are like, oh, like, let's do that for you. And like Lily's a pilot, so if she wanted to do anything with flying, like we can go, you know, let's
I see you over there, Lily.
Do something with your, you know, feed that passion, and then, you know, whatever Ellie wants to do, and like that's great that we can like do that with
I have a
each
new
other.
hobby every
And
month.
we love the farm just as much as, and probably not just as much, but like, you know, we love agriculture and we love cattle farming, and you know, Powell speaks so passionately about it to us like on the day-to-day basis that we're constantly like, yeah, you know, there's something not right in our country right now with agriculture and farming. Like, what can we do? You know, so we get fired up like she does.
I think y'all hit it right on the head too. It's like, you know, all three are passionate about ag and you want to advocate for it, and now y'all have a platform to do that. And that's why we started this show too. It's like, how many people can I bring on this show to advocate for something that we need every single day?
Yeah.
And the cool thing is, you know, agriculture is not a bipartisan subject, right? It doesn't matter if you're a Republican, Democrat, whatever you like.
Not.
Everybody has to eat. Everybody has to wear clothes. On the music side, though, how does that, like, you're growing up on the farm and then you just happen to be in the deer stand and you start singing?
So it
Like,
wasn't.
When did y'all know y'all could sing?
It wasn't that kind of like.
We knew we could sing from our grandmother from as little as freaking 6 and 7. Grandma being like, y'all need to go sing in church.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and like the profession, like that conversation in the deer stand was when the kind of ball started rolling for talks of it being a professional career.
Yeah.
Or just social media, like even when
we were really
posting,
that wasn't even a professional career. Like we were just like, we were kind of bored.
Or like that thought turning into social media, and also
For sure.
it kind of happened like we were writing songs for the first time. But we can start from the very, very beginning. The very, very beginning was our grandmother taught me how to play piano when I was like 8, and so piano's my first instrument.
Yeah.
And y'all all took piano, but none of y'all liked it as much as I did.
Y'all weren't good, is what
I
you
was so
saying.
dyslexic. I couldn't read music.
And then just being on the farm, being homeschooled, looking for hobbies, our mom was always like putting instruments in front of us. We took violin lessons for a little bit, but then our teacher moved because small town. And so I started playing guitar when I was like 12 or 13, and that's when Powell started playing banjo, and we started singing in church. And then all throughout high school, in our like first year of college, we played all the time. Like we played at parties and weddings and funerals and church. So like we've been playing together for a lot longer than we've had the aspiration to do this professionally.
Yeah.
But we kind of always told each other that, like, we loved it so much, and we thought, you know, no one from South Georgia makes it in the music industry, which I don't know why we thought that, because the amount of people from South Georgia in the music industry is crazy. But we just didn't think that people like us, like, did stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we also, because we loved it so much, we didn't want, like, doing it professionally to, you know, make it not fun for us. I think that was a worry for us growing up, so we just really never thought about doing it.
But we always said if the opportunity presented itself,
we
then
kind of
totally
owed it to
would.
each other just because
100%.
of how much we love each other. And
And to, I think we started writing songs because we didn't really write that much in high school, so it's really kind of hard to have this idea of, oh, I want to do music professionally when you aren't writing songs.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like...
Are y'all writing a majority of y'all songs?
We were writing
right
all
now?
of them. Yeah, we write all of them.
I mean, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
And you hit it right on the head, too. There's a good pipeline coming from South Georgia.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Nashville.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And even just the state of Georgia in general.
Yeah. That's probably, who would y'all think y'all would look up to right now in the country music scene if y'all had to choose somebody?
So many people.
Yeah.
probably from Georgia, like Alan Jackson.
Not from Georgia. We're big Emmylou Harris fans.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a great one. So if you're not doing music, it seemed like y'all are all working y'all's way to different paths. I mean, you wanted to be you're flying now still, aren't you, right?
Yes, sir.
How did you even get into that?
So I want to join the military, which is kind of funny. I wanted to join the Air Force, and I went to like an air show when I was super young. My uncle, well, he's not our uncle, he's our mom's fraternity brother, and he was a Thunderbird. And he took us to an air show when I was like 12, and
You got the bug.
I didn't see any female pilots, and I was like, it was just so cool. I just liked how loud and fast everything was, and I was like, I want to do that. And then obviously I watched Top Gun, but I was like,
Which one's better, first or second Top Gun?
First one's better. The second was awesome, but like just the nostalgia of the first one, nothing
can't beat it. All right.
beats that. I literally have the poster on my wall, like back in South Georgia. But no, I wanted to serve, and because we were homeschooled, I was like, I wanted to go to the service academy, which is very hard to get into. And I was like, I'm homeschooled, don't really play any sports. I was like, I need to be competitive. So I begged my parents to give me flight lessons. And like, no one in our family flies. Our great-grandfather flew a B-17 bomber in World War II, and he literally flew it over to Japan, and the war ended. So he flew it back. So no one has flown in our family.
Just a complete badass, right?
Yeah, he just flew it over there. He's like ready to work, and it's like the war's done. But so they didn't know anything about it, and it took me literally like crying to my dad when I was like 15, 16, like, please, I will pay for it. I was working at Chick-fil-A. I was like, just let me fly. And literally the next day, there's only one instructor in our hometown, Dr. Jess Haggerty. He's a doctor in town. I'll shout him out.
There you go.
But I got a voicemail from him, and it's still on my phone, and it's like the cutest, sweetest thing ever. And he's like, I'm going flying tomorrow, and I was wondering if you wanted to come with me. Like, it was just like, little 15, 16-year-old me was like losing my mind. But yeah, I wanted to, I didn't end up serving, obviously, or getting into the academy, but I have a pilot's license. I got it when I was 17.
You still flying now?
Yes, sir. I flew,
please don't call me sir. I can't be that old.
Sorry.
I mean, are you kidding me? How old do y'all think I am, just out of
No, you're probably like 36. I'm good
I'm
with
not,
ages.
yeah, I'm not playing this
No,
one.
you have to.
32. No, I was 32 to 36.
You said 36. So.
I was 32 to 36.
She's giving me the
Powell?
4.
Don't look at her hands
guess.
back there.
40.
40.
Jesus.
I'm kidding.
Really old.
She gave me a 4. I'm kidding.
I'm gonna say I always like to lowball it.
Girl, you gotta be
bad.
honest. Honesty.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna say 32.
32 to 36 is where I was thinking.
31. You tell me 36,
Well, you're so mature.
36?
She's 40. No,
Yeah.
No, that's because she did this. That's the only reason why.
Ellie,
she
I'm
did that.
done. I'm done.
Yeah.
it's the maturity of the interview. But,
Actually, let's go ahead and move on now.
You're
Ellie.
like, we're done.
40 over
No,
here.
no, it's only because she did that behind me.
Okay, whatever.
did,
We're going to
yeah.
move on. Okay, you studied Korean, right?
I did.
Let me try this. Annie Hamziazio. Is that how you say hello?
No.
What is it?
안녕하세요.
Oh,
That's what I did the first time.
Anya, what is it?
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Annyeonghaseyo.
Yes.
Annyeonghaseyo.
That's exactly what I did. Did I not do that the first time I read that?
You're actually pretty good.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
I got it.
So were you wanting to do something with that, or was
I
it
did.
just kind
So
of?
I majored in management information systems and international business whenever I was in school. And so I thought I wanted to do like international IT project management and go work over there for a little bit. Or like do something like an international company here. That was kind of my thought.
And then boom, straight to Nashville.
Well, I kind of had some like, it was the kind of after COVID stuff. So I was going to go study abroad there. And then like the restrictions were still like way crazy high over there whenever everything was kind of calming down over here. And so that kind of like changed my plans to study abroad. And then I was like, well, like, just culturally it's a little different with the pandemic and stuff. And so I couldn't go over there. And then I worked for Georgia's football team. And so I thought I might have wanted to work in sports for a little bit. And then realized I didn't want to work in sports. So to me, like the music thing came to me whenever I was kind of just like looking for a corporate job after school.
Yeah.
And then it was like, how about playing music? And I was like, that sounds great.
While Powell and I were in the middle of being like, oh yeah, this is exactly what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And I had kind of had some. I was still planning to do like international IT project management. That was kind of what my schooling led me.
And you were working for the football team
Yeah.
too. I mean, you were winning national championships left and right. So you kind of over here in Florida, we were like begging to maybe win 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, it was rough last season.
We don't have to talk about that.
I'm sorry.
And then Powell, the ag. I mean, this has been your whole life. Mm-hmm. I still feel like I can even see it in your eyes. Like when you're done with the music thing, I mean, you're going back to the farm.
Oh, I mean, that's my plan. Is
She
to,
goes
like,
back to the farm like once a month.
make some money doing this,
Yeah.
and then pour
Buy
it
your
back
own
into
farm.
the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just like grow up the family farm. I mean, we're a small farmer, so I couldn't have gone straight back to it and made a huge living. But I studied ag in college. I got into my master's program, so since I graduated early, I was planning on going to get my master's, and I wanted to do like research and like I can't even, it was like livestock economy or something like that.
Aren't you glad you're doing this?
I know. Now that I'm like,
Aren't you
that
glad you're in
kinda...
Fort Lauderdale Beach right now?
Yeah,
about to go
so
play
glad to be
Tortuga.
here.
Yeah, grad school sounds like the worst.
I know. Yeah, now that I'm looking back, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of really glad I didn't end up going to grad school. But yeah, I mean, that's my plan is and just to, I don't know, I just want to do something with the farm.
Yeah. We'd like to take a minute to talk about Blue Otter sunglasses. Blue Otter sunglasses are the shades of choice for country superstars like Luke Combs, Cody Johnson, Riley Green, and Hardy. With Carl Zeiss scratch-resistant lenses, Blue Otter has partnered with Ag America to create the Like a Farmer frames, which benefit farmers and ranchers in rural communities. 10% of each purchase of the Like a Farmer Blue Otter sunglasses goes to Ag America Giving. Go to blueotterpolarized.com and search Like a Farmer. You can also go to likeafarmer.com and click on merch. When did y'all make the move like, hey, we're all in South Georgia, like it's time to go to Nashville?
Well, we were in Athens at the time.
We were in Athens, and it definitely snuck up on us.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it was just like...
Like, what has to happen for you to say, hey, we need to go to Nashville?
So we signed our record deal in May.
Okay.
And then
Y'all signed with...
We're
signed with Warner.
We're signed
Okay.
with Warner Records in Los Angeles, and then
Cool.
Warner Music Nashville. And so that kind of like opened the opportunity for us to be able to move to Nashville, and because we didn't have any music out at that time or anything like that, so we were like, okay, we need to, we have these songs that we've written, we need to write some more, we need to record them, and we need to like start getting the ball rolling on all of this stuff. So living in Nashville just allows you to do that at a good pace.
Also,
Yeah.
Powell graduated. I had graduated. Ellie still had.
I had 2 classes left after Powell graduated because of my double major, and so I did them online last fall.
So we were like, we gotta. I can't live at the farm forever, and Ellie
Yeah.
and Powell had to go somewhere. So Nashville.
I know, my parents were like, you can't live here at the farm forever. You gotta...
She would.
You gotta
She
go
would
do
live in
something.
Georgia.
Yeah, you gotta-
She would live
Yeah.
in South
You
Georgia
can't stay
for
in
the rest of her
Georgetown.
life.
And Lily was just all flying around somewhere.
That's
Yeah.
literally all I was doing. I was so happy. I
So
had
when
no
you
friends.
walk into the... I'm so intrigued in this. I actually, believe it or not, like up until 8 years ago, like I hate getting on a plane. I was in the
hate
military.
getting
I
on
was
a
in the
plane.
Navy.
Really?
But I still like hated getting on a plane. And now I'm on a plane like once a week.
Really?
Yeah, I just can't do it. What's your... I mean, I have to do it now. I'm a Delta guy, though. What's y'all's...
So
Yeah.
whatever you get a ticket for.
I actually like Southwest now because they let you check your bags for free, which is nice because we have our big suitcases.
I mean, I get that, and I don't want to go on this rant, especially on this show, but like, it bothers me that you have to, like, on Southwest, you don't get a seat. Like, you
Yeah.
get a
Yeah,
number.
that's annoying.
It always frustrates
It doesn't
me.
bother me that bad because we just all sit in
I
one
hate
row
flying.
anyway.
Like, I'll fly with her all day long, but like a commercial, like...
You get
I
sick
can't-
though. She
I
gets
get
like air
sick.
sick.
So I've
Yeah.
heard people like I even get a little nauseous when I can't see out in front of me. I think people like smaller airplanes who get nauseous
Yeah.
because you
You can
have
see the
it's
windows
like a
and you can
car,
like
you know?
see all the way around you, which is nice, but I can't stand
Makes
it.
sense.
Last time Ellie flew with me, she almost threw up.
I did, but it was rough out there. That's why.
Lily over
She was
here
like,
calling you
she's
out.
like, you gotta land.
I was like, Lily, I wouldn't land because it started going like this, and I was like,
It was a hot
Were you
day.
flying by yourself? Like, you just...
Yeah, it was just because it was my first. That was my. I've only taken you up once.
It's only been once or twice, I think.
Damn, so you actually have your license.
No, she has her.
Yeah,
she's a
she's-
private pilot.
yeah,
she
I
can
was
fly
working-
anywhere she wants.
Yeah. I was working towards my. I was working towards my instrument when we were moving up here and have all my instrument time done. But no, I was taking Ellie up, and it was a hot day, so like the thermal energy was like really bad. And it was
Yeah.
like, I mean, the air was smooth. It was just bumpy because of the heat, and Ellie was like, "It's like we gotta go down."
Yeah. The only time I get nervous flying with her is when we land.
Yeah, I get that.
That's the
That's
funnest part.
I'd be nervous flying with Lily, too.
No, she's a phenomenal pilot though. Like,
See,
she's
like
great.
just,
I'd rather fly
meeting
with her
you
than
and like
drive
looking
with
at
her.
you, I feel like you'd be someone who would like have a pilot's license.
Me?
Yes.
Why? First you say I'm
You-
39 years old. Now you say I look like a pilot.
It's the I don't know. You just seem like you'd
Some
be a
people
pilot.
give
He also looks
pilot.
like
Miles Teller. You're saying that I look like Miles Teller from Top Gun. The second movie.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. But
Okay.
then he looks like Dr. Hardy's other student who was also like y'all carried yourselves the same way. And he's an awesome pilot. So you just look like you'd be a good pilot. I don't know. Maybe you need to try that.
Hey, pilot.
I feel like
That's
you have
my
to have a
next.
lot of confidence to be a pilot.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and you have
it's
you,
a good thing.
yeah, it's a good thing.
I mean, the shows, like y'all enjoy being on the shows, what you're saying. You have confidence. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad this is leading into the next segment. I want to play a game. Okay?
Okay.
Play a segment on the show. It's called Group Challenge. So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask y'all questions, and I just want y'all to point at who y'all think that person
Do
is.
we shut our eyes or something?
No, don't shut your eyes. Just I want y'all to see
what we
y'all
think
as sisters think about yourself, okay? So, first question. Who was the weakest link on the farm? Wow, okay. Who was the most musically talented? Dang, Ellie's 2 for 2. Okay, who's most likely to go on a hunting trip? Oh, argument here. Ellie, why?
Powell. So Lily hunts a lot, but Powell has more years of. Powell has more reps hunting and skills.
But who is more likely to go on a hunting trip? Not hunting in South Georgia.
Oh, actually, yeah, I changed my mind. Sorry, Powell.
Powell, anything you want to say here?
Probably Lily. Miss High Fence over there.
Oh, excuse you.
I'm just kidding.
No, actually, this is great. No,
We won't get into that.
no, this is awesome.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
high
send this
fence.
to
What do you have to
Uncle
say?
John.
about
I'm
it?
sending this to Uncle
Our
John.
uncle has a high fence, and I love his high fence. It's great, but high fence is different than regular.
There's just no deer.
No,
on
he's
our
gonna
farm.
hear this. He might hear this.
Yeah, he's gonna hear us.
Hot take. So you're saying
he's gonna hear it
if
and not
you
let us
go
hunt
and
at his high fence.
high fence, you're cheating, is what you're
I'm
saying.
not-
I'm not
know.
saying that because
It's very
he won't let
fun.
us go.
That's
over
what you're
there.
thinking.
But it's different. Like, it's just different.
Well, if you're bow hunting and never mind,
It's still
and, you're,
different.
and you're trying to kill a monster,
It helps.
It's hard. Yeah, I'm not saying
you don't
it's
see
easy.
those deer out there. They don't even
Yeah.
show up at the cameras. But anyway,
It's just
Lily, I mean, she's not wrong,
she's not wrong.
but you
No,
know,
she's
do you
not-
bow
you're not
hunt?
wrong.
she said Miss High Fence. That's what Powell just called
Yeah,
No,
like,
because the first
I
deer
need a
Lily
crown.
shot was in a high fence. And,
Okay. Do I what? What'd you say?
was not.
It was also with a bow.
Yeah.
Yours was with a darn.
There's something fun about blasting a deer with a gun, though.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, y'all were get canceled.
What were we? Did you ask me what? Do I?
Oh, if you bow hunted.
You know what? I am here to say that I'm not the best at a bow, and I don't want to be like I crossbow hunt because you want to talk about Miss High Fence every day.
No, I'm gonna.
Me
That was
crossbow.
good, yeah.
But I'm not the best at. I got to go rifle for sure.
I like rifle. I mean,
I like
I'll
both.
bow hunt, but I mean,
It's just so satisfying hearing something drop when you stick it with the darn.
it is
you know?
very satisfying.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah, I get
know,
that.
Yeah.
they're
What's
both,
your
they both are.
What's y'all's favorite thing to hunt if you had to choose one? You only get one hunt the rest of your life, lifetime hunt. Where we
Definitely
going?
deer, any type of
I kind of want to go
category.
turkey hunting.
I know.
Oh, that's a
Turkey.
good
I'd go
one.
turkey.
I actually like fishing better than hunting.
The hunt would be better if it was my last hunt ever. I feel like a turkey hunt would be more energy. It would be turkey hunt would be my last hunt.
Okay, good hot takes.
Hog hunting. Can't-
Hog hunt. I like that. Who's the best cook?
Lily?
Okay. What's the best thing you cook, Lily?
Sissies?
You cook a nice flourless
You're just
chocolate cake.
You're just very like creative.
You're very proactive
yeah.
whenever you cook.
I mean, like, I just Google it and it comes together. But, I mean, I'm the griller. I feel like I'm the man of the house when it comes to cooking. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, if it's burgers or steaks or anything like that, like, I'm the one who does all that.
Throwing it on the grill for
But,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I like to bake a lot. I got a sweet tooth. So.
Yeah, you're a good baker.
Who's the most handy?
Handy.
Handy, like with
You drop the amount of things you drop.
wait, be specific.
Like handy, like if you need to go build something, like who you? Oh,
I'd say me.
Maybe you.
It's Powell. It's 100%.
Lily's
Powell.
just pointing at herself now.
I was like,
No, it's 100% Powell.
build something?
Yeah.
Powell.
Yeah, Birdie can do
And
that.
I built handy as in like, oh, a light bulb needs to be fixed, or oh, I need to do this. I need
Or,
to.
oh, we need to move this piece of furniture.
Actually, I feel like I do that type of stuff.
All right, well, yeah.
This is great. Okay.
It's all of us.
Okay, all of y'all. That's good.
Like I had to fix our doorbell the other day.
You do that.
Is it broke?
Yeah.
Who do you not want driving the tour van between? Yeah, that was pretty. Ellie.
I'd say Lily.
No,
Oh.
it's me. No, it's me.
No, I was pointing at Powell because Powell's our passenger princess. She does not drive.
I hate to drive in Nashville, so I hate driving in the city.
When was the last time you
Powell
drove?
is our passenger.
I don't know. I left my
princess.
wallet at home, so I don't have my ID.
We gotta
So
fly.
I will not be driving until I get my wallet back.
But no, Powell.
How'd
like,
you
we,
get on the flight without your
passport.
ID? Oh,
A passport.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, we all have our own
passport, I'm
roles
screwed.
driving. Like I generally drive. Ellie's.
I'm like the second in command, but then I also drive a decent amount.
Yeah,
and
and
Powell does
Powell's-
nothing.
Powell's. Can y'all play this song?
What's your go-to? You got the aux cord. What are you choosing?
Probably.
You're playing-
I'm probably like I have a I don't know.
Or like Stephen Wilson Jr.
Yeah, probably
or like,
from like Charles Wesley Godwin.
Have you heard of Stephen Wilson Jr.?
He's
so
playing
good.
tomorrow, I think.
I want to see him.
I'm a
play
big
so
fan.
bad.
Big fan of him and Charles
she's
Wesley
playing
Godwin.
something alternative and folky.
Okay. I like that. That was a great game, right?
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Group
I
challenge.
want another
I love
one.
those kinds of games.
Group challenge. How do y'all think the name Castellows came from? Great-grandma?
So it's our great-grandmother's maiden name so there's still more Castellows like around our town, but like in terms of like our line of our family, they didn't have any sons, only daughters, so it didn't get passed down on our side. So we're the Castellows.
Which a lot of people think is our last name.
Yeah.
So like when we were singing in town, we were the Balcom sisters. That's what everybody, our like unofficial name.
And she played music too, right? The great-grandmother?
She played piano.
She's on
She's
our
a great
dad's side of the
pianist.
family, and everybody on my dad's side of the family is
I mean, what type of impact did she have on y'all's music?
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, she taught Ellie how to play.
Well, our grandmother taught our great grandmother. Our grandmother plays piano, and then our great grandmother also was a great piano player, and she died when we were like 7 or 8. So we were able
But
to
she
know
still
her
had like a
still
big
pretty well.
impact.
Yeah.
I mean, she was, everybody around town like loved her, and she was just like had such a like great heart, and so.
And she kind of had dementia, and like the last thing, like she never forgot how to play piano, even if she was like forgetting other things. Like she always was playing piano like right up until she passed.
And then you took the piano, Gene. Nobody else really knows how to play the piano.
I can chord.
Lily can play a little
I
bit.
took piano lessons. My mom made me, and I hated it so much.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really learn anything, which I so wish I
To
would.
me, I think
stuck with it.
everyone who is a musician should
have a basic knowledge.
should
of
have a
piano.
basic knowledge of piano because it's the best instrument in the world. Like
It
it's
is,
the most like fundamental instrument to play. You understand how notes work. You understand like, and it's right there
Well, it's
visually.
what everything is based on.
Yeah, like every other instrument is based off those keys, and like a guitar is confusing because it's like, okay, I'm strumming, but like the chord I'm playing, like I feel like you have to learn music theory way after you've been playing guitar for a little bit, because you can do so much on guitar without knowing anything about music theory, but piano you have to start knowing music theory, which I think helps.
But you got so good at guitar so quickly because she knew so much.
yeah,
about
I was
piano.
able to kind of transfer over. Like I already knew.
Because that's what you're playing now is
Yeah, I'm playing
guitar.
I'm playing acoustic guitar.
And then Lily, you're playing.
the bass and the guitar.
And then Powell's
Banjo.
Banjo.
I play guitar, but
Did you bring the banjo?
I did bring it.
Can you like strum a little bit?
I can, yeah.
Okay,
I tried to get Ellie to bring her
Let's
guitar.
grab the banjo.
I didn't want to bring my guitar because
Wow.
I wanted to get it acclimated to the environment because it'll make
So your
it
strings don't
out of
get all
tune,
funky?
so my strings don't get weird.
She had to
That's
loosen
the
her
thing.
strings on the airplane, and
I like strummed a chord and sound checking. I was like, my bad.
Yeah, it scared you.
Oh, this thing is
It
heavy.
is so heavy.
Holy cow.
I'm gonna have back problems
Look at that thing.
because I get done playing a show and I'm like, my back's killing me.
Yeah, bless her heart. We had to get like a little foam roller for Powell's back after shows because like it's like a 15-pound banjo, and she's.
Look at that thing.
I love how you have an uncrustable package.
Are you kidding me? Pull that out. Look at that. Yes.
We did a shoot on the farm, like some sort of music thing, and that was our snack. I just put it in the banjo case so I didn't litter.
Is it easy? Would you say it's easy to play the banjo?
It's not.
Okay.
It's not that easy, and I would consider myself probably the least musically talented out of the three of us, definitely. So it took me a minute to get going. I taught myself. We don't really have any.
I mean, where do you find a
I
banjo
want to start
teacher?
making guitar.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. In South Georgia, you would think, if anywhere.
I don't
I
have my
know,
phone. This
exactly.
might be like way out of tune.
All right, here we go. It's good. Like a farmer tune right here. I do need like a new opening song.
Right? Hey, tell her to
Do
write
like
a
a
banjo
new-
lick for you.
Yeah, do like a new chord, like a new something
Like
new.
just pick something that's
Write
not
in a little
copyrighted.
banjo.
Yeah, write like a little banjo, like a farmer intro song.
Wait, let me try it again.
That's a good little jingle.
Use that. I don't think that's.
Needs to be longer.
Yeah, thank you, Lily.
Gotta get the scale.
stuff.
How would you start the show? Like you would.
So we open our show by playing "I'm Shipping Up to Boston" by the Dropkick Murphys.
I love that.
You don't play it though. We got our electric guitar player to play it.
Yeah.
And our
play
fiddle
it quicker
player
than
does
I
this
can.
like harmony thing, which is fun because a lot of people are really taken aback, like they're playing that song.
Yeah.
But Ellie's funny too because Ellie will pick up Powell's banjo and like the way she plays it like
Ellie
a
plays
guitar.
I can play it.
Like she can like.
I can play it like a guitar.
Which is
Here we
You
go.
want these? She's pretty good.
That's good.
But she strums it like a. I don't know how you're doing that without picks.
Music theory right there for you.
That's such a unique instrument too. How long
Yeah.
have you been playing that?
I've probably been playing since I probably got one when I was 14 maybe.
You're
And then-
playing at weddings too, right?
We were playing like rehearsal dinners and we played our cousin's wedding.
Funerals,
and-
weddings, all of
The
them.
first time I ever
the
played in
above.
front of someone was at a funeral, and I played the
Yeah.
ukulele.
What'd you play?
She played You
I
Are
played
My
like "You Are My Sunshine"
Oh, I
at our
remember
distant
that.
cousin's funeral. It was actually kind of sad. I was like 8.
You're 8 and you're playing?
Yeah, I was like either like 8 or 10 or something.
The
'Cause I
fact-
played ukulele before I played
That's
guitar.
crazy that they asked you to do that when you were that
Yeah,
young.
I was
Yeah.
like, "You
I
are
remember
my
that. That was a long
sunshine."
time ago.
Did you sing it too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would have cried.
Didn't Daddy sing it with you?
No, it's just me. I think
Our dad has a
Yeah,
great
he has a
voice.
I was
great
about to say,
voice,
so it just runs in the family.
Yeah.
It does.
I love when Daddy
on that
sings.
side of the family, Mom can't sing at all.
Wow.
She has fun though.
She has so much fun.
Yeah.
She can sing a little
What
bit.
was the first like stage setting y'all sang that would have been the biggest one to that date?
Was it the
Like
Georgia Theater maybe? Like
we haven't played the Georgia Theater.
Well, we
the
opened
biggest
for
the biggest thing that we've probably done, we opened for Turnpike Troubadours.
okay, yeah, love those
In
guys.
last fall at the Wharf in Orange Beach, Alabama, and that was so
was so fun.
fun.
I think that was our
that was
funnest
our
show.
first time ever playing with in-ears too. So that was like a big show
Yeah.
for us. We were like,
Yeah.
okay, we have to figure something out.
Yeah.
What do y'all have coming down the pipeline that y'all would say, man, this is like a huge deal? I mean, Tortuga's your first music festival,
first music
obviously,
festival. We're playing Boston Calling,
but okay, yeah.
and I'm super excited about that
And
one.
I think we've really just been excited to headline because we're not well traveled. Like,
No.
you know, growing up on a farm, like you can't really travel a whole
Yeah.
lot, especially there's so many of us. So it's like, you know, there's 7 of us. If we have to travel, it's like an act to Congress. So like we've been so many places this year, and it's cool to headline a show and go somewhere where you don't know a soul and people like buy tickets to see you. So that's just exciting
Seeing the
in and
people
of
that show up
itself.
for you. Yeah.
I think for me, more than any venue we've played, like big
size
venue.
wise.
They show up just to see y'all. I mean,
Yeah.
Which is so encouraging.
social media too, I think, plays a huge impact.
Oh,
on that.
absolutely.
It does.
I mean, y'all started just doing social media when it came to singing, right? How did that start? You just went on MySpace Live or Facebook
was-
Live?
Instagram and TikTok are kind of
Yeah.
the social medias that.
Now you're sounding like you're 36.
I know,
Like,
I
what
know.
are you doing?
I was seeing if y'all knew what MySpace was.
I know what
Yeah, I know
MySpace
what
is, but
MySpace
I've never interacted
I never
with
used it.
I don't.
Your
I
banjo
love-
is
What
like
was the guy, the
reverberating
MySpace
off
guy?
the-
Was it Tom? Was Tom MySpace?
You're asking like we didn't get phones till we were like 15. Like
I
we
got
were-
mine at 16, yeah.
I love
I'm old
Facebook
school,
though. I
too.
use Facebook all the time.
I
Would you
deleted
say, what would
Facebook.
you think would be the biggest social media tool that's helped y'all?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Which is crazy because I feel like people don't blow up that much on Instagram anymore. TikTok's a lot easier to blow up on.
Which we
I'd agree
definitely
with that.
don't like. Social media has really helped us, but we definitely don't want to be known for social media.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it kind of like makes
It's a
me
great
cringe
tool.
a little bit when we pass somebody and they go, "Oh my god, I've seen y'all on TikTok."
TikTok,
Like y'all
yeah.
are the
I'm
girls
like,
from
oh, I'm so
TikTok.
sorry.
And,
And like,
but
which
like,
is
that's just kind of how it is.
it's
Like,
just how it
kinda
is.
the
You kind of
world
have to get
is.
over it. But I definitely want to be known for like our music and
That's
which,
gonna happen
yeah, I
organically.
think hopefully it'll happen.
100%.
It's a great platform though, and it puts a lot of power in the artist's hands, and the amount of people who've been able to do music because of social media is
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
great
Insane.
that like
Who would y'all say would be like a dream to open up for if y'all had to choose one?
Oh,
and y'all can have different answers. Powell, I'll start with you.
I don't know if Ellie just previously said it. Emmylou Harris, like, we're such a.
I don't know if she tours.
I don't know if she tours,
much,
but if she was ever playing a show, and
mine's probably Chris Stapleton. I'd love to go on a Chris
Stapleton
Stapleton
would be a great one.
I love Stapleton.
Stapleton would be a good one.
His
what would
tour
you say?
would be awesome.
Ellie?
I don't know. I think it would be.
You'd say the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So I'm like a big rock fan, so
Yeah.
I think it would be so fun to hop on like a huge rock tour, because like our shows, like we play country music, but we're jamming, like we're having a lot of fun and like really try to have a lot of energy whenever we play. So, and I like there's just something about like the like environment around like stadium rock that like I think is so cool.
The amount of people, like sound guys, because we don't have like an in-house sound guy now, we're just playing at venues and using their sound guys. The amount of guys have been like, y'all feel like more of a rock band than a country band, and we're like, we're playing country music.
No, which I think is great. So like I'm a huge fan of like Foo Fighters and Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like I think it'd be fun to hop on like an
that would be really
like an old rock band.
I agree. Great friend of mine who is with Brantley's camp, and Brantley has become a good friend. Brantley Gilbert, like he did 2 years ago, he did 5 Finger Death Punch, which is just awesome. And
yeah,
then
like
last
that's cool as crap.
He did Nickelback.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
love
crazy.
Nickelback.
And it's like Brantley Gilbert and Nickelback. He was huge.
No,
See,
that makes
awesome.
sense. Like
Yeah,
I
I'd
love
agree with
Nickelback.
that. Have y'all played at the Ryman yet?
We have not.
We have.
Oh, well, does that really count?
So we did a private gig with Luke Combs at the Ryman.
Okay.
So Luke
Well, that's
Combs
a
had
big
like
one right there.
Oh
I mean,
no, yeah, it was
how was
so
that
cool.
experience?
It was so cool. So our manager manages Luke Combs.
Okay.
But we
I totally forgot about that.
I would ask Powell how she thought about it, but she
she
I
forgot
totally
about it.
slipped my mind.
No, because it didn't feel like an official show, because
Yeah.
it was like a lottery thing for Luke Combs, like lottery sponsored.
So there,
thing
I
he
think
did.
there was people who like won this lottery to go see this private show, and I think there was like 120 people there or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was so like the
Like that
venue in
stage.
itself and the stage and whatever, like just sounds so incredible.
And we're playing the Ryman.
We're playing the Ryman in September. We're opening for the Red Clay Strays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might need to make a trip.
Hey,
up.
you just
Oh,
let
I
us
know.
know.
Come
We'll
on,
get you
let's
set
go.
up.
They
we
sold
can
out
do
3
that.
shows at the Ryman in like 15 minutes
minutes,
or
which is
something.
so
Like they're
crazy.
so crazy.
That's awesome. Now, when y'all are going from show to show, y'all are in a van right
Yes.
now. How is that? I mean, y'all are stuffed in there, right?
You know, like it's been
good.
It's been good. Like
My back hurts so
like,
bad.
you know, you just got to be like, I'm not going to get a lot of sleep. We're getting up early to go to the next place. But I think a lot of people have been like, it's so hard. So I think our expectations were kind of low. And now that we're doing it, it's like we have 2 more weekends left,
Yeah.
and like we're feeling pretty good.
Yeah. What and I'm sure y'all would probably each have a different answer, but maybe not. Like, what are your dreams when it comes to y'all's music career right now? Like, where do y'all see it going? Where do y'all want it to go?
We've talked about this, and it probably is similar for all of us. Like we love playing music together. We love writing music, and I think there's no like one stage that would make it, or you know, like one crowd or like one number of streams. I think it's just, you know, being able to write the best song you can and be able to play it in front of the most people you can. To me, is what I want to do. You know, and that looks, you know, different for
It can
everyone.
look a lot of different ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
I think if you like have a platform, like no matter how big it is, like it's really important to us that we're like good role models, and like our faith is important to us. Obviously, where we come from is important to us. So if people can like look at us and go, you know, or if moms can look at us and go, those girls are good role models for my daughters, like, or you know, we're, I guess, you know, standing for what we believe in and whatever. I mean, like, I think that is most important.
Yeah,
No doubt.
absolutely.
That's spot on. I like that a lot. What would y'all say, and that's a good leadway into this, I mean, what would y'all say to the, you know, the girls out there that aspire to be what y'all are doing right now?
I would say like don't change who you are. And I know it sounds hokey, but like don't change who you are to be what you think somebody wants you to be. Cause like I feel like I've honestly like
We've all been that, you know, the odd one out in the room.
And I think that you know, how we grew up and our parents and what they taught us, like we're all very, I feel like we know who we are. And even if this, you know, music career ended tomorrow, like we know who we are, where we come from, and like we're content, you know, doing whatever we gotta do.
And a lot of that comes with time and, you know, a lot of insecurity. And as like a young girl, like even we were in that spot like 6 years ago where you just feel awkward and you're like in middle school and high school and it's just like, you know, like what the heck, like this sucks.
Yeah.
And then, you know, being homeschooled and having friends who go to school, like it's just, you can like, you
Their
feel
friends
weird.
think you're weird.
Or like whatever, but you just gotta, again, like what Powell said, like, you know what, it's gonna be okay. Being yourself is the most important thing, you know, and that's not to say like you don't need to work on yourself, because we've all worked on ourselves.
We need to work on ourselves.
We're still working on ourselves, and you know, get you friends and people who care about you, and you know, be able to take correction is such a big thing, and like we're still working on that. Like you look at Powell smiling, and she's like, we're all working on that, you know. But like, yeah, stay true to yourself.
I think the biggest thing too, and this is why I love y'all, and this is why I wanted y'all to come on the show. Y'all don't forget where y'all come from, which is super cool. And I'm sure y'all don't sit around listening to Pat on Like a Farmer, but if you know the people that have come on the show, especially in the country music scene, and even like the sports scene, whether it's Josh Allen with the Bills or Riley Green or Parker McCollum, like
you had Josh Allen on here?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Josh actually owns a piece of this show. Like Josh,
really?
yeah. He's
I love the NFL.
partner.
Sorry.
Do you?
Oh,
Who's your go-to NFL team?
I do like to do fantasy, so I pick different teams all the time.
You picking Josh as your QB?
No, my quarterback last year was Lamar Jackson.
But this year you pick Josh. Who's your favorite QB in the NFL?
Ooh, that's really hard. It was Justin Herbert for a little while, but then the Chargers kind of like fell apart, and that was hard to watch.
You can say Josh. It's okay.
Yeah,
okay,
say Josh.
Allen's my favorite quarterback.
There we go. You heard that here, Josh. But like Josh, you know, he comes from Fireball, California, family, multi-generation family farm in California. He doesn't forget where he comes from, and he's in Buffalo.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Riley, we all know Riley from Jacksonville, Alabama, and Parker's just as Texan as it gets, and he does not forget that. Like, you are the same way. Like, you hit it earlier. It's like you have a platform now, and you're trying to shed light to the families that you come from, rural America, and that's what I'm doing. Like, what are things that you would say to the people back home and the farmer and just rural America as a whole?
That's a good question. I mean, like, I think one thing that we've seen about like traveling, I feel like rural America is a lot bigger than people think it is, and like,
It's not just South Georgia.
It's not.
What's that song?
Correct.
Country is country.
So
yeah.
60 million people in rural America, right?
Right.
And it's, I mean, there's rural America in Florida. Like some
right.
people, obviously the flyover states are very important and very rural America, but there's rural America in every state, and it's
Right.
like there's 60 million people,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the light that we're trying to shed on those people.
Right.
Go
And I
ahead.
love that. I think that's so important. And like small farms, and like the majority of farms out there are small family run farms. And like,
You know the percentage of family farms still to this day?
isn't it like 80% or
It's
something?
over 95%
Really?
still
Yeah.
family farms.
Yeah, which is
See, I love
incredible.
that. And to those people, man, it's just like their job is
there's
so
something
hard.
about like, and I've, you know, the people I've met that are in this, and there's something about the people and the farmers and the people that work in this industry that I feel like is just different. And like, they're just good, you know, just good people, and like
hard workers.
hard
Yep.
workers. They, I mean, I don't know. I can't say enough good stuff about it. So
Yeah. I mean, like it actually does make you emotional when you think about, like, there's a farmer from our county. There's one row crop farmer in our county, and he just passed away, but he was a dryland farmer. And knowing him growing up and going out to his place and hanging out with his grandkids,
Yeah.
the hardest working man.
I think that's what
I know
made me
to
want to
this
have a
day.
career in the industry
Yeah.
was all the people. Like, our large animal vet would come out to the farm, and he's just this strong, godly man. And I was like, I want to be a large animal vet, because I looked up to this man so much. And he, like, just sweet and kind. And I don't know, everybody we've met is just being so great.
I would say if we could say anything to those people, you know, working wise and whatever, it's like we appreciate you so much, and you know, y'all just keep on doing what y'all are doing, because you know
We need it.
we need it. Yeah, our country needs it.
We do. And y'all, I always like everybody who comes on the show, like find that trait that resembles who the farmers, and work ethic is, I mean, that's got to be a top 3 when it comes to the farmers. And like y'all have that. I can see it. And family too. I mean, y'all as sister, I have a younger brother and an older brother. I'm a middle child, if you can't tell already. And it's like, I value those relationships, and just watching y'all today and just following y'all vicariously through like social media and like y'all's career paths, like staying as close as y'all are is so important.
Absolutely.
Not only in career wise, but just on the personal life. I mean, y'all are taking a legacy from South Georgia and bringing it to Nashville, and now bringing it all across the country. And like, I just want y'all to know that I'm proud to see y'all being sisters, but have such a great relationship.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. That means a lot, because we're trying. Our relationship as sisters, like, I hate to see it, but I feel like there's so many bands out there that can't stand each other. Yeah. And like, our relationship,
we can't afford not to stand each other.
Right. You're gonna see each other at Christmas.
Right. No. Yeah. We are each other's best friends.
Yeah. Our relationship is way more important than the band. Like,
our sister relationship comes first always.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show today, and as always,
thank you for having us.
Do whatever you got to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Keep up with us here at Like a Farmer. I appreciate y'all as always, and we will see y'all next time.